Tim filed down the key with lightning speed using a metal rod. Then he opened the second door of the cell. But just as he turned the lock and tried to pull the key out, he accidentally dropped it. The guard outside seemed to notice something. Tim quickly grabbed a piece of gum he had hidden years ago. He tore off the wrapper, popped it into his mouth, and chewed fast, planning to use it to retrieve the key. Soon, he pressed the key with a wooden stick, slowly trying to lift it up. But Tim was too anxious. His hands began to shake, and the key slipped again. He took a deep breath, forcing himself to stay calm, gritted his teeth, and tried again. When he brought the stick with the gum toward the key, it wobbled. Tim lifted, and the key landed just 2.5 millimeters away. Tim grew even more nervous. Thank God the key was still within reach. He flipped the gum to a fresh side, took careful aim, and pressed it straight onto the key. This time, he managed to complete the first step. He held his breath, eyes locked in concentration, keeping calm and steady. He moved as slowly as possible, waited for the right moment, and grabbed the key. He finally did it. He exhaled deeply, releasing the breath he'd been holding for hours. Because he had spent the whole night working on the key, he overslept in the morning and didn't get up. The warden came in to check personally and found the key he had made by hand. At that critical moment, Tim quickly came up with an excuse, said it was for holding photos. Luckily, the warden didn't suspect a thing and turned to leave. Tim was terrified and covered his mouth, trying hard to calm himself down. After a few deep breaths, he started forging keys for the entire prison. That night, a guard was reading the newspaper. Tim and his partner slipped out of their cell, creeping carefully toward the prison corridor. Just as they tried to unlock the first door in the hallway, the music in the guard room suddenly stopped. It wasn't until they heard footsteps that they realized the guard was coming to check the beds. Thankfully, they had set up fake sleepers beforehand. The two dashed down the hallway, opened the storage locker near the stairs, and squeezed inside. They were small enough to fit, but there was no handle inside. His partner had to pinch the bottom of the screw with his fingers, but the screw was too small to grip, and it slipped right out of his hand. Then they heard the door open. Through the crack, they could already see the guard's shadow. Not until they heard the guard go upstairs did they breathe again. The guard kept checking the cells, so they quickly used a mirror to check for other guards. Once the coast was clear, they bent low and crept forward. Soon, they opened the second door of the hallway. Tim's partner was thrilled. Just as they tried to unlock the third door, a cough echoed from the cell behind them. That meant the guard was almost done checking the beds. They quickly grabbed the key, locked the door again, and ran back to the cell. After successfully opening the lock last night, the three of them were more confident than ever. They decided to start their escape the next night.